All right, with senior linebacker and captain Brian Harrington heading into a season opener Saturday against nationally ranked Bloomsburg. Brian, a year ago, heading into this Bloomsburg game, you were kind of an unknown guy, and certainly, I'm sure within the team they know what to expect. But that Bloomsburg game last year on the road, you burst onto the scene and certainly didn't let up all year long. Just what's changed with you, and how you see teams attack you and in that year since, certainly with the awards in the off season and whatnot.
I mean, I don't think much has changed really. Last year going in, I approached this year the same as I did last year. Coming in the season, I wanted to play, so that's how I prepared, that I was going to be a starter. Even though I wasn't slotted as one. But the training this year was no different. I kind of knew what my role was going to be now. So same mentality though. I want to get better. I want to improve on last year. I don't know how teams are going to approach it. I don't expect them to change anything. I think a lot of teams they run their offense, and that's how it is. So I'm just going to approach each week according to the game plan. And this week the coaches have done a great job for preparing me, and just going to listen to them and take it from there.
We kind of talked a few games into your season last year, and how you were able to work your way into that role, and certainly working through special teams, making that count, and how that kind of made you rise up the depth chart a little bit, and how you could be an example to the freshmen and the sophomores who were kind of doing the same thing. Have you seen that happen, and have you tried to take that approach and help those guys out a little bit?
I think early on in the beginning of camp, I sat down with the underclassmen and I told them, this is where it starts. You're not going to come in. Well, not the majority of the time. You're not going to come in. You're not going to make an impact right away. Starting on offense or defense, you got to kind of earn your stripes. And I talked to them. I said, this is your opportunity to get on the field, make an impact, show the coaches what you can do, and it carries over. If you're slacking off on special teams, then how can they trust you to go out and perform when you're out on offense or defense? So I just told them, the mentality to have, approach it like you are a starter on offense or defense. Approach it like it is the most important play. And I think we have seen it carry over. There's a lot of competition, people fighting to get spots on kickoff return, punt, and etc. So I think it is it's a real important part of the game, and we take it very seriously. And I think everyone's buying into that.
What's been the team mentality taking last year's season, which certainly was on the whole considered a success for you guys? Obviously, you left a bad taste in your mouth at the end, but how much have you taken that in the off season and now using that during preseason heading into Saturday?
Yeah, as nice as it was to get over the 500 hump, it's still I wouldn't say a failure, but we're not happy with how the season ended. 8-3 it's a good record, but it wasn't the best record in the league. We didn't win that championship game, and that's been the motivation. It's been the fuel to our fire the entire off season, all summer. I know guys back home, that was the thought, and especially in camp, we're just kind of itching to get back on the field, and it starts this Saturday. And I think losing the game was it was good and bad. The bad, of course, we lost, but the good, no one's satisfied with how it ended. So I think it's the extra motivation that we're looking for, that we need to hopefully push us through the season.
You're one of three captains, Sterry Codrington and Lucas Brum. Talk about what that meant to you to be voted captain by your teammates, and heading into this year.
That's like the biggest honor someone can receive, I think. Having your peers elect you to be the captain, someone as they see you as a leader. And I couldn't agree more with the other two. I think Sterry, you watch him play, and it's kind of like amazing. It blows your mind, and he's a great vocal leader. The guys listen to him. And on the offensive side of the ball, I think Lucas Brum is my least favorite person to go against in practice. He's awesome at what he does. He might be a quiet guy, but he really sets an example by the way he plays on the field. And the way I feel about them, the fact that other members of the team voted me as one of those three, it meant a lot to me, more than probably anything else I received.
You guys have a lot returning on defense. Added pressure to knowing that, or are you guys just excited about having some continuity there where you guys can head into the year flying?
No, there's definitely some added pressure, but it's not a bad thing. I think pressure kind of has that stigma of being, you get a little nervous, but we want that pressure. We have a lot of kids coming back, and we played some pretty solid defense last year, so I think it's the motivation for us. Like, we can't slack off. We can't decrease from last year. I know we've got a bunch of returning, letter winners, and it should be good. I think a lot of guys are excited about it. I know I'm excited about it. So we just got to stick to the game plan, stick to what we know, and perform.
Bloomsburg coming in Saturday. You guys now, this will be your third year, so you've pretty much led off with them almost your entire career. How has that helped with familiarity with them? You know what they're about, and certainly they come in with a lot of history, so certainly something you guys can look up to.
Yeah, I mean, historically they're a great program, and it's no different now. You watch their film, and they're a very traditional, old school, smash mouth football team. They like to run the ball, and you guys know it. We know what they're gonna do, but we got to stop them. And they like to run the ball, and it's gonna be a battle for sure. But we're excited about it. They're a real good football team. It's a great way to start the season off with competition. So I think we're ready. We're real excited.
And talk about obviously opening at home, and you certainly be able to build a little bit of excitement here as the school's been open now a couple weeks, heading into that opener.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think it'll be fun. A lot of energy. I think we've been here for about 2 weeks now, and there's been no real big events. It's kind of like the first big school event. So I'm hoping get a lot of people out there. Put on a good game for them, and I think it'll be nice to see everybody in the stands, supporting the team.
All right, Brian. Well, congratulations on getting through preseason, and good luck starting Saturday.
Thank you.